What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you guys are having a great Taco Tuesday, and I'm going to do something that I can't believe I'm going to do. I am going to give the Philadelphia Eagles some credit. You know, you have to be honest. When somebody does something right, you need to admit that they did something right. And in life, nobody's perfect. Nobody always makes the right decisions in life. You know, we all make mistakes. But as my wife is always saying, own your shit. If you screw up, the cover-up usually is worse than the screw-up. And the thing is if you make a mistake, the longer you try and say, I'm going to make this thing work, the worse it ends up being. Because you're just prolonging the ultimate effect. So here's the thing. As much as I hate the Eagles, I have to give them credit for making the playoffs. I honestly said in the beginning of the season, I think the best thing that the Eagles could do is say, like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick used last year basically as a redshirt season. He looked at it and said, Tom Brady's getting old, and maybe Tom Brady could have held on to a little longer, like the Colts maybe should have. But Bill Belichick said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and hit the eject button now on Tom Brady. I'm going to go ahead and let him go. I'm going to go ahead, since we've got this COVID situation, I'm going to let a lot of these players of mine that are older players take the season off, because they had like 8 guys that took the out on it. I'm going to fix my cap situation. I'm going to get high draft picks. I'm going to get an easier schedule, and I'm going to come back with a vengeance. And that's what he did. And you got to look at it and say, okay, New England is in a much better shape now, having done that. And I thought, and I even said, Philly a couple times, I think the best thing you guys can do is look at this season as a get-right year. You're going to get the picks for the trades that you made. You're going to get a bunch of number ones. Tank the season and just reload for the future. Well, by hook or by crook, or you can say by playing bad teams at the right time, you know, playing the Giants and Washington and the Jets and things, definitely helped them get wins. I'm still not sold that they are a great team, but here's the thing. They ended up being one of the 7 best in the NFC and earned a spot in the playoffs. Hold on, let me turn this down. So it's a successful season. And you have to actually give them credit for recognizing that we screwed up. And in the same way my wife says, own your shit. Own your shit. When you screw up, own it. They recognize that they made a big mistake by getting Carson Wentz. That Carson Wentz just is not that guy. For whatever reason, Carson Wentz has just got this black cloud that hangs over him. He does enough to make you say, okay, he's good, but not enough to get you there. You looked at his season, you know, he stayed healthy this year, which was a major accomplishment in comparison to past years. Or he was able to play through injuries, I should say, because he was injured. He hurt himself first play at training camp, literally his ankles. But he stayed healthy enough that he could stay on the field. But when it came to crunch time, when it's win or get in, he's just not that guy. And the Eagles recognized that, and they cut bait, and they let him go. It cost them a whole lot of money to let him walk, but in the end, it was the smartest thing that they could do. The fact that they're going to get draft picks because of letting him go, you actually have to look at it for the future and say, you know what? the Eagles are in a good position to do something down the road. And here's the scary thing. We feel great right now. We're 12-5. We're going into playoffs. Who knows how far we go? Who knows how far the Eagles go? But it wouldn't be the first time that a wild card team upset a team that people think is a really good team. Because you have to look at New England right now and say New England. You have to look at Tampa Bay and say, with the injuries that they have and things, that they are beatable too. So you never know what can happen on any given Sunday. But the thing that's scary is looking down the road at the Philadelphia Eagles. Looking down the road at them, they are a good team. And they will be somebody to have to deal with next year. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I had to take that call because that was about my wood. I've got about 100 board feet of lumber to go pick up. I've got some walnut, I got some cherry, I got some mahogany, and I've got some maple that I use for butcher blocks and things. And this is where it's going to be fun because once I get my CNC machine, I'm going to be able to do the drainage and stuff around it, and I'll be able to do some engraving work and stuff. So I'm actually getting really, really excited about the capabilities and things that we're going to be able to do here in the workshop. And I've got some errands to run. I have a great friend of mine that is getting up there, and I want to make sure I go see him and spend a little time with him this morning and pick up this lumber and keep working in here, getting ready for my new machine. But anyway, back to the Eagles, because here's the thing that's hard to believe. You know, we talk about the NFC East being the NFC least, although I don't know that applies this year. I think it's a little bit different than what we've had before. The thing with the Cowboys and the NFC East is, even though the Cowboys, they look dominant, right? I mean, the Eagles are pretty good. I mean, they got the 9 wins, you know, be it against teams with losing records, they still got 9 wins, and I don't care in the NFL who you beat. That's good. And you could say that after Doug Peterson and after the Carson Wentz situation and now having all of these draft picks, they're in a great position for next year and the future. And the thing about the NFC East is nobody has repeated as division champions since the 2003 and 2004 season, which is crazy. Going on 20 years. And we're talking about teams, 3 teams that won Super Bowls. Yet the next year, they're not even the top dog in their division. So looking at it from the standpoint of saying, the Eagles, they could be a team to reckon with in the very, very near future. And so with that being said, I'm going to finish this video. I got to get some stuff off the truck here so I can get ready to get all that wood that I got to put in here. I hope I got plenty of space on the rack. Take some of that stuff down and cut it up for stuff. But yeah, always like to have wood. Always like to have wood. Can never have too much wood. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. And I'm trying to get rid of negativity. You know, I've heard so many people talking about, oh, we're going to be one and done. And, you know, we going to be the same old. You know what? Stop that. Why not enjoy us having a season, and it's 12-5, and going to playoffs? If we lose in the playoffs, so be it. How about we have some fun this week? Maybe that's the way you guys should try and look at it. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.